Good day, my people. So, welcome to the TradeWise channel. This is Nzube of TradeWise, or should I say the genie of TradeWise. So, today I will be giving you guys info on a broker that offers you capital allocation. By this, you can actually get allocated up to $1 million worth of funding without having to spend a dime. Like when we talk about this is something that is completely free. Anyone that is old enough to trade with a brokerage account is eligible for this. And yeah, it is unlike what you have been doing with your prop firms where you have to pay money, do evaluation, and so on and so forth. No, you don't need this. All you need to do is just deposit money and actually trade with your own private account. And this company would actually allocate a particular capital amount to you, and with that capital amount every month they make profits. You make profits on your private account. Let's say you make 10% on your private account, that is also 10% profits on this very account, and you get paid every single month end. You get paid. So yeah, let us quickly dive in as I actually introduce this particular broker. We'll be talking about the broker, the requirements you need, how to get started, and at the end of the video I should also give directions for those of us that are new into trading or are struggling traders that want to get started. A way to actually kickstart this very fast will be also be given in for those of you. And if you actually need more updates like this, you want to like and subscribe. This is the TradeWise Academy channel where we cover a whole lot of prop firms, and we also cover in-depth knowledge of different prop firms and how you can make money on this trading space. I also document my journey, and we so far have brought out 2 episodes for that. You want to also check the channel and follow up on that as we speak. Anyways, let's quickly talk about the platform and let's dive in. As you can see, we are actually now on the Axie broker sign up page. You want to select your country of residence. You want to continue, fill in your details, and I think you should move it to actually like create a live account, to create a second account. So I'm going to quickly head to their homepage and actually talk about this firm. So remember I told you that you can actually get funded with over $1 million with just this one firm. So far, we have a very few number of traders that have actually reached that stage, because it's an allocation program that is completely different from what other companies are doing. Okay, so yeah, let's quickly go over the whole idea of the capital allocation program. As you can see, it has literally no registration fees, no monthly fees. It's completely 100% free. Now, when you are signing up, you're creating your live account. It should ask you to whether you want to have access to Axie Select. Please ensure you activate that, and that way you are good to go. So now, one downside I have noticed with this platform is the fact that it works off of your MT4 only, strictly MT4, offers you very tight spreads, but just MT4 accounts. That's just the only part of it that I just didn't like. But then again, every other thing about this firm has been like superb. Now let's actually move in and talk about Axie Select. So I'm going to head to their help center, and I want to show you guys something that makes this firm quite different from all the. Okay, I'm going to quickly make the search just to make it easy. Okay, so this is all you need about Axie Select. I said Axie has literally no registration fees required, but that is not actually what I want us to look at right now. Okay, so what is Axie Select? As you can see, it says here, Axie Select is a unique all-inclusive capital allocation program. The company provides funding and structured pathways for traders to reach their trading potential. It also gives traders a genuine platform to become professional traders and forge careers for themselves. In addition to funding, they also provide you tools such as your X-Score, a dashboard with advanced statistics and features. a trading room with community to share trading ideas, live educational videos, and marketing analysis from experienced traders. And then again, remember, like I said earlier, Axie Select has literally no registration fees required or membership fees. Then moving on with how you can join. Now, requirements for joining is actually very simple. All you need to do is, after you've gotten an account, you want to deposit at least $500 into it. Deposit $500 into it, and you need to make at the very least 20 unique trades. Okay, you want to take 20 unique trades. You want to place 20 trades. And after you've placed 20 trades, then you can navigate to your tools menu in your client portal, and then you want to choose Axie Select, and then you want to ensure that you have an edge score of 50 or above and a minimum balance of 500 USD in your Axie Select account. That is the only way you can be able to actually access the seed stage. Now, there are certain stages for the Axie accounts. Okay, there are certain stages you need to have. You need to go through on the Axie Select program. And remember, you can only trade one account when you are doing you can only use one account for this. You can't do more than one. And I want to see if I can get access to their account types, different type of accounts. Okay, let's quickly head to an image I already got ready that should show you the account types. I'm quickly going to share the image, and you should be able to see the account types now and the requirements for you to actually get into them. So like I said, to activate seed stage, you need to have 20 unique trades, first of all. By 20 unique trades, it means you need to take a trade, close it, then take another trade, close it, take another trade, close it. This should happen at different intervals. And once you have 20 unique trades, then you can actually activate the Axie Select. Now, when you activate it, first of all, we have the seed stage. You need to have minimum equity of 500 USD to access this. And you need to have an edge score of 50%. Now, your edge score makes use of a number of things: how often you trade, your win rate, how you manage your trades, how you manage your losses, how much losses you take, and how much win you take. They have a whole lot of calculations for how they measure that, and they now give you a total edge score. But I believe 50% edge score is actually very easy to get. All of these edge scores here are actually easy to get if you actually do the number of days and the number of trades needed. Now, understand that the stage duration is also covering both the weekends. Okay, so 30 days, meaning 30 days, which is 30 days in a month. And you need an edge score of 50%. And what you get on seed stage is a multiplier of 10. Okay, max funding multiplier is 10. So that means that you will be copied with times 10 of the deposit, which is roughly $5,000. But understand that on the seed stage, regardless of how much you deposit, the maximum you can have is $5,000. Okay, so now you have $5,000. Whatever trade you take here, if I take a 0.01, it will be multiplied by 10, and then a 0.1 will be placed on this account. Okay, your profit share on the seed stage is 0%. Why? This is where you just prove that you can actually do it. That yes, you are capable of making money, and your target for the seed stage is to make 7% of your profits. Okay, make 7% of the total balance, and with 7% of your total balance of, let's say, 500, you make 7%. 7% is $35. You make 7% of $35, and now on this account you've made 350. So now you can move to incubation period. Also, remember your account needs to stay for 30 days and you need to have taken 20 trades, 20 unique trades. When you stack a number of trades, you stack, let's say, 3 positions, they don't count it here. It will all be counted as one position. So you need to take a trade and close it. But let's say you take a trade on Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD CAD, then that is 3 different positions. They will count as 3 unique trades. Okay? So my advice, if you want to do this very fast, then you just want to spread your hand into different pairs, 3 different pairs. You can just do 0.01 on those different pairs, close them out, and they will just count. Then when you get to incubation period, you need to deposit $1,000 and keep trading with that $1,000. Now, your $1,000 worth of deposit, you need to you will be getting a times 10. So that means they will be copying you with roughly $10,000. To make it easier on yourself, you want to if you want to get this maximum, if you don't want to get the maximum, you are good to go with just 1,000. But if you want to get the maximum funding possible here, then you want to find a way to actually increase the amount of money you deposit to maybe like 2,000. Now, please, one thing I would tell you is ensure that you do the deposit before you upgrade to incubation. If you know you want to have the full amount, ensure you deposit the full amount. So make sure you deposit your 1,500. So your balance should be 2,000 when you click the button to upgrade. Because if your balance is 1,000 and then you upgrade, it's only going to upgrade you to 10,000. So ensure you add that 1,500, then click the button to upgrade, and then you have 20,000 copying your trade. Now, every profit you make every month, you get 40%. Okay? Now, for this stage, you need to trade incubation stage for at least 2 months. Or should I say 60 days. You need to stay in incubation stage for 60 days. You don't have to take trades every day. Please, you don't have to take trades every day, but you need to have at least 40 trades. So for this, in 60 days, you literally have 40 trading days. So if you take 1 trade every day, you should be good to go. But if maybe you take 1 trade and that 1 trade gives you your 7%, and now all you're trying to do is just to meet this number of unique trades. Like I said earlier, use 0.01, trade multiple pairs, open the trade. When it floats little profits, close all. Do that multiple times. It will be easier to do it on a laptop, but if you're trading on a phone, I think you should still be able to carry it out. Now, understand that every account you will get will come with a 10% max draw. Now, there is a way the max drawdown here works, which we'll talk about that later. And that's the last thing we'll talk about. But back to this. You need to trade for 2 months. You need to be on this stage for 2 months. And you understand that every month you'll be given 40% of every profit you make. So if you make, let's say, $50 on your $1,000 account, that's roughly 5%. The company pays you, on your $20,000 account. Oh, sorry. Let's say you did a maximum deposit. So that's 2,000 here. And you just made $100, which is 5%. On this, you would have made 1,000. Your profit share is 40%. So that means that you'll be getting roughly $400 at the end of the month. So you see that here now, your $200 made is equal to roughly $600. So 10% profit equals roughly 50% profit. Is that crazy? So now let's keep moving. You need to make 7%. If you want to move to the next stage, then you need to make 7% within the timing of 2 months. Is this easy? Yes, it's very easy because you are trading a $1,000 account. It should be very easy for you to actually make $70. If you're trading $2,000 account and they say make 140, it's actually very easy. When you know it's your money that you can actually withdraw, it's a lot easier to do that than on a challenge. So back to what we're saying. And for those of us that don't have the money for this deposit, like I said, watch until the end. I already created a plan that would help you get this money. So stick with me. Yeah. So after trading this for 2 months, next 2 months, you can upgrade. Now, understand that when upgrading to this stage, if you left your balance as the 2,000 times 25, you get just 50,000. So you need to deposit extra 2,000 on this account, and that way you will be eligible to get the full $100,000. But if you don't really have the $2,000 to deposit, there is another way to get that $2,000. How do you do that? The easy way to get it is to make 20% profit on this stage. Okay, so that means that on your $2,000 account, you want to try and make $400. Okay, if you make $400 on their funded account, on your allocation account, you would have made $4,000, and your profit share will be roughly 1,600. 1,600 plus the 400 you made on your 2,000, that will be 2,000. Okay, so that means you have roughly 4,000, and with that, you can just enter this next stage without having to spend anything. I know right now some people will be like, yo, the procedure is long, but guys, let's actually think about it. It took you 30 days to get to this, which is 1 month. It took you another 2 months to actually get through this. And now, 4th month, you are funded over $100,000 on your 4th month. 4th month, think about it. On your 4th month, have you spent any money? No. You have just deposited money that you can actually withdraw at any time. You just deposited money and you're just trading with it. So if you look at this, it's risk-free, and it should be something that everybody would want to try out. Okay, so back to what I was saying. From the acceleration stage, you're now eligible to get roughly 50% of every profit you make. Okay, and this is where it gets sweet. So the whole trading journey becomes sweet from the acceleration stage. So that's from your 4th month. From your 4th month, it becomes a lot easier to do these things and enjoy what you are doing. Why? Because now every $1,000 you make, which is cent, on your $4,000 account, you are just making $40. But now every $40 you make is roughly what is weight as $500, which is almost times 10. Okay, more than times 10 actually. So that means for every 1%, your every 1% profit made on your private account is equal to 10% profit made. Okay, so it's actually very, very, very good. So now that means that if you take your time to make the 7% within 2 months, you would have made 7,500, but indirectly your payout would have been 3,500. And that means that now you have just received the equivalent of roughly $3,500, which 1,000 will be, you can leave 1,000 in the account so that it can help you pull through all this. But left for me, you can withdraw everything. Yeah, that's the truth. Everything. Withdraw your 3,005 and know that now all the money spent trading from day 1 to month 5, from month 1 to month 5 has now been recovered. You've withdrawn 3,005. Meanwhile, your only expense all through this journey has just been $2,000. Okay, but you've gotten a payout of 3,500. So that's 2,000 spent plus 1,500. So now this entire investment is completely risk-free. So that makes it easier for you to do what you want to do when you want to do it and enjoy what you're doing. Okay? Now, please, I would advise you that once you get to the acceleration stage, take it easy. Try as much as possible not to breach the maximum drawdown. Okay? Try as much as possible, because we'll talk about that anyways, but let's keep going. Now, after 2 months, from month 5, right? This is month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 6, you'll be getting upgraded to $200,000. Do you need to make any deposit again? No, because you already have 4,000 from acceleration stage. So in pro stage, all you need is 4,000. 4,000 times 50 is 200,000. So you are good to go. So from this stage, you are now earning a little bit more. You are now making 70% per profit make. And you just need to trade this stage for 60 days as well, right? And I know the equity, you'll be bothered by the edge score that has been increasing, but you don't really need to worry yourself, because you have been trading for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months now, and ending this stage, you'll be trading for like 7 months. It should be enough to get this to 90%, because the requirement for edge score to increase is that you need to trade a long period, okay? and now you've traded for 6 months. So you have a lot of trades backing you. And number of trades would have increased from 20, 60, 110. Plus this, you have 160. So you have enough number of trades to build a track record. Okay. Now, one other sweet thing is that now indirectly, without knowing, you have built a track record of trading one account for roughly 7 months. After you have gotten 1 million funded here, with that, you can seek out investors that have larger amounts. It will be a lot easier to use this trading history and meet someone that has what it takes to offer you funding of $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, and they'll be ready to listen to you because you have a track record of being profitable for 7 months. Okay? Now let's dive into this. If you trade this account for 2 months and you're able to make 7% as well in that 2 months, you would have done roughly $14,000 just for yourself, and you would be getting the equivalent of 70%, right? 70%. So that means that for the $10,000, that means you'll be getting roughly 10 to 11,000 of 14,000, which is really a very nice amount, if I must say. Yeah, you'll be getting roughly 11,000 plus. So this is month 6 and 7. You would have made 11,000 plus in 2 months. Then moving on to the final stage, try as much as possible not to withdraw everything. Okay. Yeah, don't withdraw everything. Leave $1,000 in here. So that way you have the balance of 5,000 to move to Pro 500. And in Pro 500, you have funded roughly $500, and now you can begin to live the big boy's life from here. Yeah, because it becomes a lot easier because the equity score, the edge score needed to move through the last 3 stages are the same. Okay, you just get an increased amount of money, and that's it. You get increased amount of profit share as well. So it's a lot easier to move to the next stage with doing lesser work. The only thing you need to do is just make the profit target, and that's it. Okay, guys. So as you can see, if you can take this procedure, everybody can get funded 1 million because this is a broker. And as you can see, let's now talk about this maximum drawdown. So how exactly does the maximum drawdown work? So basically, the way the drawdowns on the Axis Select accounts work is actually very simple. Yeah, it's actually very simple, very, very simple. And I actually love it because it literally works. It's a lot better than what prop firms actually promise us. As you should know, your prop firms promise you that, oh, you don't really need to breach the drawdown. And once you breach that drawdown, the account is gone. But in here, you don't really need, you don't lose your account when you breach the drawdown. I'm trying to get where they said it. Yeah. So you see, this is the, oh, sorry, that's not it. I'm looking for quarantine. So here, when you breach the maximum daily draw or the maximum drawdown, they don't have a daily drawdown. What they have is just maximum drawdown. So when you breach the maximum drawdown of 10%, your account, your allocation account goes into a quarantine. Okay, it goes into quarantine period. And the way the quarantine period works is that once you hit the first 10% loss, your account goes into a quarantine period of 2 weeks. Okay, so it goes into a quarantine period of 2 weeks. And if that happens, you have to now try to trade your account for that 2 weeks and upgrade your equity. You know, your edge score is going to drop because you took a huge loss of 10%. Your edge score is going to drop off. So you're going to try as much as possible to try and increase your edge score back. And whilst you're working towards increasing the edge score, you just focus all your energy on increasing your edge score back. And once you've gotten the edge score and your balance is back to where it's supposed to be, then they will reactivate the account back. So you get back that funding again, complete. In as much as 10% was taken out, the company adds it back and just gives you back the account. Okay, so now it only becomes a challenge if you breach it the second time. Okay, so if this happens, a second quarantine, you will have to stay off for roughly 1 month. Shebi, let's say okay, second quarantine is actually it's actually 2 weeks again. After you hit 10% max drawdown a second time, your account goes back into quarantine. That is, it gets locked off for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, you will no longer be brought back to that stage. You'll be taken down a stage. Okay? You'll be taken down once you go one stage down. Let's quickly let me see if I can go look at the Axis Select stages again. So if I am trading on the acceleration stage and I breach the 10% max drawdown, and after breaching the max drawdown, I am brought back to this account again after 2 weeks. If I still breach 10% again, the company will bring me back in 2 weeks, but they won't bring me back as an acceleration stage member, but as an incubation stage member. Okay, so now I have to trade my way up back to this stage again. So you have to redo this stage again. And I beg you, try as much as possible not to make that mistake. Because, if you get back to this stage, you now have to trade it roughly 2 months again before you can get back to this place. So try as much as possible to safeguard each stage you get into. But the sweet thing is, if you actually breach it a third time, okay, we breach a third time, a third breach, what happens is you get pushed back to stage. So you restart the whole procedure again from scratch. So the third one is the danger, and it's more dangerous if you have gotten to like Pro M or Pro 500 or even Pro stage. It's actually more painful. So, but I don't think you should be risking crazily once you've gotten to these 2 stages. These 3 stages are where you don't really need to rush, because every little work pays you a lot. So you don't really need to rush these stages. But then again, even if you lose the entire funding, you get back to C stage and you can just restart the whole procedure. Mind you, if you got to any of these stages, you would have made a lot of money. So you should have enough money to actually restart the procedure and be like, I made money the last time, so let's just do it again. You get me? So now I've shown you guys exactly how you can actually get started with this platform. And let's quickly now talk about a number of things. If you are someone that signs up, you need to make a decision. That decision is, do I have money? If you have $500 to $1,000 to get started, as you know, to get into incubation stage, you need $1,000. If you have that money, then actually go get started. Okay? Yeah, go get started. But if you don't have that money, then you need, if the answer is no, you can head out and get yourself a cheaper prop firm account. Okay? Get yourself maybe a 10K account from another prop firm or a 25K account. And once you've gotten the 25K account, you take your time, pass the challenge, get a payout. Okay? Yeah, take your time, pass the challenge, and get a payout. If this is going to be tough for you to do, send a DM. Yes, send me a DM on WhatsApp. Take the link to our website, is in the description. Enroll yourself for our mentorship. Let's teach you how to pass prop firm accounts in just 1 or 2 or 3 trades. Pass that challenge. Get yourself a payout of $1,000 for your first month. You just need it for the first month. Deposit it. Start your seed stage. Then try to get another $1,000 payout. Then you can push to incubation stage. Okay? Now, if you intend going for this Axis Select program, the link is in the description, remember. And once you sign up, if you need guidance, I'm always available on WhatsApp. Send me a DM on WhatsApp. I'm always available to answer every question that you would have. Okay? Send me a DM. Let's direct you. Let's be there for you. I want to help as many people as possible. And yeah, if you go through this route, get a payout, receive it, then you get started. Okay? Okay? I guess this should be making sense. But if that route is also hard for you now, there's a final route which is actually more dangerous. And that final route is you have to deposit money into your broker account, you can deposit it into the Axie account, at least get that 20 trades from there, and try flipping it. You can fund $100 and flip it to like 500 to 1,000, and you have gotten what you need to start trading. Okay, yeah. So how do you go about that? If you fund $100, just risk $20 per trade. If you have a good risk to reward, it should be it should be quite easy for you to do. Yes, if you have a good risk to reward, it should be very easy for you to pull off. And yeah, after that, I think there is one more thing you will need to do. Okay, so if you are done with that, the last thing you need to do is like and subscribe. Yes, turn on post notifications so as to see new videos when they come out, and reach out to me. I'm always available to answer questions. If you're looking for what prop firms to use to actually get yourself that 10K or 25K account, check the link in the description. I've recommended a number of about 3 prop firms that I trust and I believe will pay you if you actually sign up with them. And yeah, that should be it. Thank you all for joining, and see you guys on another video.